and that one just outside off stump. They've worked hard all season, and now it's right down to the wire. And that's the first run. Ben Johnson, the left-hander, quite tall, just nudging that one away on the onside. As Johnson is out there with Nobes. Watch well bowled and into the gap. That's running down towards the third-man boundary. Love is the fieldsman.
Bowls a little bit like Max Walker, hits the seam and goes both ways too.
And that's nicely placed. Just a single.
He's watchful at the moment. Been one short ball in the first 15 minutes, and that was a bouncer to Nobes. So the Queensland game plan obvious. Keep the ball up and let it swing.
Oh, and this is going to be out. It's in the air. That's it. All over. They run down. What a good delivery that was. Bickle is jumping up and down, running around. Almost looked as if he had a word in the ear of the batsman there, but that did bounce, hit the shoulder of the bat, I think, went straight in the air. And so Ben Johnson is out. What a wicket this young Bicknell's looking real good.
They haven't wasted a bouncer. This is another pearler. Johnson didn't know where it was. The shoulder of the bat and the safe hands of Hayden in the gully running in. Bickle's ecstatic. Queensland has the first wicket. Ben Johnson's out, and it's 1 for 4.
Jamie Siddons is the new batsman, batting number 3 for South Australia. Well bowled. What an over this is. A very, very good over. He's got himself a wicket. So 2 off the over and a wicket, and he's very chirpy out there. It's 1 for 6. So Siddons on 2 out there with Nobes, who's been out there for a while, hasn't scored a run yet. Nobes is now on strike, and I shouldn't think that Dirk Tasler will mind that, because he'll be looking for an LBW here. He's getting the ball to swing back down the line, and if he can hit the pad, especially if he doesn't go too far forward, and there's just a chance of an LBW. Tasler to Nobes. Oh, got him! Beautifully bowled by Dirk Tasler. Well, he's out caught by Law. That went very sharply. It bounced a little bit. Not a very good shot. Nobes hadn't got off the mark. He tried to play a very aggressive shot outside off stump. The ball bounced a little bit. Boy, and the Queenslanders are on fire.
Paul Nobes, best square of the wicket player in the country at the moment. They bowl full to him all morning. Suddenly frustrated. He hung the bat, half played. Tasler gave him a send-off. Law was safe at second slip. And the second wicket is down for South Australia. It's 2 for 6.
Darren Lehman, the new batsman. What a start for Queensland. The South Australians have won the toss. They decided to bat first. They're 2 for 6. And they've got Darren Lehman out there nice and early. The ball is still hard. It's still shiny. And they'll be looking forward to having a go at him too. Well, that's well played. That's beautifully driven down the ground. He's a very aggressive batsman, Lehman, and he'll come back for the third here. So Lehman not wasting any time.
That's a magnificent shot from Darren Lehman. And with South Australia having their 2 most aggressive players at the wicket, we can expect a bit of counter-attacking from both Lehman and Siddons. That's late cut there from Jamie Siddons. This is the way these 2 play. And caught at first slip. Well taken by Border, going to his left hand. And that's why you've got to be quite happy with Jamie Siddons trying to play the cut shot from balls so close to off stump. Sooner or later it's got to come in the bowler's favour.
Siddons walking off and very annoyed with himself. Far too close to him, tries to cut, and well taken by Border, going to his own right side, his left, and you can see the elation on first Alan Border and then Carl Rackerman. 3 for 26, Jamie Siddons gone for 8, and South Australia after an hour's play in strike.
So Rackerman, that's even brought a little smile to his face. And that one off the thigh pad, I think. James Brayshaw is out there, and in the commentary box, it's a very good morning to Simon O'Donnell. Got him, caught behind, yes, out, no trouble at all. He's gone for the big booming square drive, big nick straight through to second, and Dirk Taslar has got his second wicket. These Queenslanders really are going well here. They've bowled well, they've bowled a good length, a good line, and now Lehman, one of the South Australians' real danger men, is out caught behind.
So I say a little more pressure in a Shield final. There's a little more time. The guys are used to playing 4-day cricket. Darren Lehman hasn't left himself any time or any extra time to settle in. He's wanted to really get on with it, and that has brought his downfall. Queenslanders have bowled very well. They've attacked the stumps, they've attacked the batsmen, they've brought their fieldsmen into the game. South Australia struggling at 4 for 30.
Webber is the new batsman, Darren Webber. Oh, he's had a go at that one, and he's got it over the top. I tell you what, he didn't half get onto that quickly. It went away like a rocket.
Next Tony. That's hit very hard. Just wide of mid-on. Paul Jackson won't get that. So boundary to both batsmen in the last couple of overs. There's that short ball disappearing again. He loves the short delivery. Quite often he'll hit them in the air, but he'll hit them hard, as you saw on that occasion. Well, don't worry about where mid-on is. That is a magnificent shot. That's brought out the big cover drive there from James Brayshaw. So the boundary's coming thick and fast for South Australia in this period.
Taslar coming back into the attack to start this second session. Be bowling from the Stanley Street end. Just push forward a square leg for James Brayshaw. That'll take away a few of the butterflies. That's up in the air. Rackerman moving back. No, the big fella couldn't get there. Darren Webber going the pull shot, nowhere near it. Not quite there, the big fella.
A half smile from Bickle when Rackerman was just shy of that.
The Gabba ground bathed in sunshine. Taslar to continue. And that one goes through the gully, and that'll run down to the fence for 4. Brayshaw 27, Webber 26. And another pull shot. He's played that very, very well all morning. Stuart Law's going to have to start doing something about that very shortly. Oh, and the man was just taken away from there. Stuart Law's put him down behind square. Andrew Bickle then gets into thick edge outside off stump. The vacant area. No ball as well by Andrew Bickle. There's a lot standing on the shoulders of those two men there. James Brayshaw on the left, Darren Webber on the right. And that is a magnificent delivery. He has gone, a late moving delivery. They were resurrecting the team batting lineup, and that has just been broken from a beautiful outswinger leg cutter from Andrew Bickle. Darren Webber's on his way. A defiant innings. Unfortunately, couldn't resurrect as much as he would have liked. Tim Nielsen, wicketkeeper batsman.
That's gone over the gully, just guided that Nielsen over the 4th slip down to the fence. That's his opening scoring shot.
Well, that's well bowled, and there's a big appeal. He's not going, and I don't think he's going to be given out either. It wasn't an altogether confident appeal. It was just a little bit late. Umpire Hare obviously giving the batsman the benefit of the doubt. There must have been a noise of some sort.
Most of the crowd on the Stanley Street end of the ground, because the stands in the Vulture Street are no longer with us. It's a great drive. Beautiful shot from Jamie Brayshaw. That's 4. He can give up the chase on that. Jimmy Marr, he's pretty sharp over the turf, but not sharp enough for that. Superb shot from Brayshaw to take him to 45. And that's another slap, this time square of the wicket from Brayshaw, and that's 4 runs.
He's a good bowler at Shield level, but he's getting on a bit. And that single there brings up the 50 for Brayshaw. Very well played, 5 for 121.
I guess the point of the replacement quick bowler for Craig McDermott is pretty well academic anyhow, because by the time he gets over there, he's not going to play in the first 2 test matches.
Assuming they've got to send somebody, who would you send?
Take whoever you like. It's not going to matter in my book, because he's not going to play till 3rd or 4th test match, and you know, I think it's got to be done by the 3 who are there now. If it's not done by them, it won't matter who Australia take. And umpire Hare has called for the replay.
Now then, let's have a look. When do the bails come off? And he's gone. Yes, he's given him.
So Brayshaw is out, run out, and South Australia 6 for 126. Jason Gillespie is the new man.
Not a lot there for South Australia, so a lot on the shoulders of Tim Nielsen. Stuart Law very, very casual there. That's beautifully timed. I would have thought there might have been a little bit more urgency in the Queensland captain to field that ball. Just the one mitt went out, was 4 runs.
Jackson to Gillespie.
Well played. 4 runs. Moved his feet, went down straight at the ball. Picked the gap between the bowler and mid-off. Was never in doubt. All the way to the boundary. Very pro-Queensland crowd here this afternoon. The gates very early this morning. They want to see a Queensland victory.
That's a fine shot. Once again, that outfield quite lush. They just pick up the 2. No outfield, so that's a good shot from Nielsen.
Executed very well. Good effort with it.
And a big shout there from Wade second, so Carl has got the breakthrough. Crowd are delighted.
So they should be, and so's Carl Rackerman. A well-deserved wicket. He's bowled very well in his previous 2 spells here today. He deserved that one. It was really a bit of a warm-up delivery. It was wide of the wicket, probably just held its line a little bit on Jason Gillespie, and he departs. South Australia back in trouble at 7 for 179.
Peter McIntyre, right-hander, highest score of 32, so he's not much of a batsman. Boys get that one away, and that one's backward a point. It's running down to the boundary. Will it get there? Yes, it does. Just over the fence, and that takes Nielsen on to 49. And that's his 50. That's very well played. He's made 50 when the chips were down, and you can't do much more than that. This is Jackson again. Oh, he's had a go. That is gone. Yes, he's got him. He's tried to have a big go at it. Hit across the line a little bit, and it seemed to me that either hit the pad or bat and pad and then rolled back onto the stumps. And so the Queensland crowd go up, and the players are very happy again.
And South Australia 8 for 189.
Shane George is the new batsman. That highest score in Adelaide against Queensland. Well, that's a no ball, and he smashed that away on the offside. Well, he gave it a little bit of room, but that was right off the meat of the bat, and it's gone flying away. So not a bad shot, that one, from Shane George. Oh, he's batted up there. That must have been very close. There's no way in the world he was playing a shot at that. Oh, it's hit him. It's gone straight back past the bowler. I don't know whether he got a finger on it, doubt it, but he certainly stuck his hand up there. It wasn't far away from Rackerman, but it was hit well enough to surprise Rackerman a bit, and it's gone for 4. Right, this is the last ball of the over. Oh, he's bowled him. Yes, backing away a little bit, and Rackerman's followed him that time. Good, sensible bowling from Rackerman. He should have done that long ago. He's gone after him, and I think he's got a deflection off his pads there, and the Queenslanders are going mad on the hill.
Rackerman has his third. Shane George departs. It's 9 for 210.
Smack over the covers. Peter McIntyre is pretty confident that's going for 4, and it did. Paul Jackson flighting that ball. Peter McIntyre again. That's to Carl Rackerman. He's got him. Off the outside edge, a thick edge. Carl Rackerman at backward gully moved well to his left. Paul Jackson gets his second wicket, and that's the end of the South Australian innings. Enterprising towards the end, disappointing this morning. But that's it. We'll see the Queenslanders shortly. Full action here at the Gabba. Carroty's gained a reputation for himself as having a genuine bit of pace. You can just get it to all come together here this afternoon. You can put South Australia back. Good strong position in this match. The key to it with the gentleman facing at the moment, Matthew Hayden.
He's hit that one beautifully. Well, every now and again he gets one away square to the wicket, and that certainly was one of those. Up on his toes, right over the top of the ball, and got it away dead square. And that's well played. No third man. That'll be 4. Yes, he came down on that one. It was a bit short outside off stump. Kerry O'Keefe has been pointing out that they've bowled a little bit too short. And that certainly was well played. Barsby cutting it down, and for 4. No wicket for 32.
The mood of the team, actually, we're all really enjoying the day. It's been a good day, so everyone's really enjoying it.
If the Bulls were to capitalise on Friday's good work, day 2 was to be perhaps the most vital of the match. Mark Harrity is bowling to Matthew Hayden, Queensland, no wicket for 36.
That's well played. Beautifully driven by Hayden. He's been waiting for a half volley, got it, and he's dispatched it appropriately. Very good. Oh, and that's well bowled. Pretty close to the off stump, that one. It must have come back a little bit at the left-hander. He wanted to let it go. Dead ball has been signalled because he didn't play a shot. But it may have bounced a little bit too much in any event. He's got a leg gully. Oh, a bowled, and that one's been nudged away. That's very good bowling. That was a quick ball, the right length as well. He throws his head back, Harrity. Just a little bit disappointed, and that was just a stroke of luck there from Hayden. That's well played too. Straight at delivery. He's hit that one straight down the ground. Gillespie's after it. Back to the third.
It might be the Bulls' turn this year.
Yes, maybe they've got all the tickets this season. It's none for 70. No ball, and almost a wide. Wasn't a good delivery at all, that one. Well, Hayden off for the single, and that's good work. Peter Parker is called for the replay. Very good throw there from Shane George. He got it in quickly. Excellent throw right next to the stumps. Tim Nielsen quick to get them off, but it looks like Matthew Hayden has got home. And big cheer goes up at the Gabba as the green light goes up, and Matthew Hayden can stay.
Shane George over the wicket. He's got that one away, and that's raced away to the boundary. Well, not a very good start for Shane George, just off target, and he really did hit through that one and got lots of bat on it. That one has gone through the gap between slip and gully and down to the fence for 4. Well, just a little bit of edge there. This will be very frustrating for Shane George. And that's a good shout, probably bouncing a little bit too much, but it's a deadly dangerous thing to do. The ball's spinning back in towards the stumps, and while he's got his legs pretty well split there, the truth of the matter is he can be given out.
Beautifully placed. 50 for Matthew Hayden. It's none for 97.
Jamie Siddons just rearranging his field and backward a square, just moving around a little square.
That's a lovely shot. That's a repeat of the one that brought up his 50. And that one just passing over the rope. So confidence growing for Matthew Hayden against the leg spinner. That brings up the 100 opening partnership.
Yes. He works that off his hips. Maybe 2 in it. They're looking for it, and he's coming back. That's good running. It's fairly enthusiastic chase by Gillespie. It was off a no ball as well, so they'll take the 4 for that. It's not what South Australia's needing.
He's an aggressive young man with the ball in his hand. Only played 9 matches, as you can see. Best is 5 for 92. And 23 wickets, but he's got a very, very big future, in my opinion, this young man. Very aggressive.
Oh, in the air, and that would have gone straight to third slip. In fact, they've moved the third slip and placed him at 4th or 5th slip. And the first ball after lunch has gone straight to where third slip would have been. Well, that's over the top, and that's gone for 4. Well, he's decided to give him a go from the Stanley Street end, and straight away that's fixed that little scenario. He's got that away fine, and that'll go for 4. Yes, that was pitched just outside leg stump, and very well played by Barsby. He was aware that the man was quite square down there, flicked it fine, no trouble at all, 4. Well, that's well bowled, and he's mishit that one, but he's got away with it. It's going down towards mid-wicket, and it'll roll into the fence for 4. Well, he tried to hit that to mid-on. That is good bowling by McIntyre. A little smile on his face. Any decent leg spinner doesn't mind conceding the odd boundary if it's been mishit. Well, he's hit that one well. He smashed that one. It's going back with a square for 4, right off the meat of the bat. George won't get there. That's a good shot. A loose delivery, but they all have to be put away. And it just seems to me now that Barsby is beginning to relax a little bit. Oh, well played, beautifully played. Barsby has smashed that to the fence for 4. Barsby's just notched up his half-century. He's out there with Hayden, and the two of them still together, and Queensland really are powering it on.
That might be a top edge. I think he's gone. Hayden is gone. Caught by Nielsen off Harity, so South Australia has got the breakthrough. Matthew Hayden trying to cut the ball, was too close to the body, getting a top edge, and Tim Nielsen takes the catch. So South Australia take their first wicket. 144, Hayden out for 74.
So Martin Love batting at number 3. This will please the South Australians a little bit. 2 right-handers out there now.
Mishit, but it'll bring plenty of runs for Barsby. Gillespie is a bit of a lumberer in the field, so they get back for the 3rd. He's also not possessed of a strong arm. It's 1 for 149. Well, that's nicely hit. Starting to cloud a few boundaries now, Trevor Barsby. That helps if you are tiring a little. Saves a lot of running. And Barsby really growing in confidence now. Starting to feel that Queensland have done the hard work and that they're really going to take advantage of this good start.
The runs that count when they've passed the Crow Eaters total will be the real valuable runs.
And that's just a long hop from a bowler of his pace, and it's been treated in such fashion by Barsby. Lofted safely. Barsby continuing with this rush of boundaries. Jason Gillespie. No third man. Oh, that's a good shot. Well, he declined to play the pull shot early in his innings. He's certainly making up for it now.
It's a great shot from Barsby's. Swept that in. There is a fieldsman down backward a square, and they'll get a couple, which brings up the 200 when he eventually picks the ball up, having a bit of trouble, Gillespie. And that's the Queensland 200, one for 201.
Or 90 and 4. He's made 9 Sheffield Shield centuries, none more important than this one today. Square, 2 runs to Barsby. Standing ovation from the crowd here at the Gabba. What a wonderful 100 for him. He's very, very happy about it.
Barsby's already lofted McIntyre down the ground safely. He's just repeated the dose. Darren Webber has been pushed back to long off. And this time Barsby goes over mid-wicket. That's a good shot. Siddons had just moved mid-off a little wider. Obviously the signal to Harity was to try and angle it across. And that's what he tried to do. He's got smashed for 4 and he obviously didn't enjoy it.
And Shane George hasn't really got his rhythm today. It's cut, it's in the air, but it'll go for 4 without a breach. And Ben Johnson giving Love too much width on that occasion.
Trevor Barsby goes over the top this time, a little risky. Brayshaw almost getting a hand to it. He hit it well. Yeah, he's a lovely driver of the ball, Martin Love. This time he picks the gap perfectly. That'll go all the way to the boundary for 4. Ben Johnson over pitching outside the off stump. Love taking full advantage of the medium pace half volley. And Trevor Barsby picks the wrong one and hits it straight out of the ballpark. Great shot, 6 runs to Trevor Barsby. He saw the wrong one early, got into great position. He's a very good puller of the ball. Wasn't worried about hitting along the ground. Love pulls this time. Jamie Brayshaw's not quick enough to bowl the bouncer. Trying anything at this stage, South Australia, to get a wicket. Martin Love right on the ball. Pulling it through mid-wicket. There's a chance for a run out. Now that would have been out. Goodness me.
Certainly when that 6 was hit the mid-wicket, was a big cheer, and there's another one. And the reason for that one is because Love has brought up his half-century. That's the 150 partnership. Back for the second. Can't hear too many cheers just yet. I don't think they're all that switched on. They're heading for a big score. Oh, he's cut that one away, and that'll be 4. Lovely shot.
That's money for old Rope, that. And Trevor Barsby taking advantage of it, moves along to 150.
Into his 8th over, Johnson.
And gone. Barsby has finally succumbed. Ben Johnson has had him caught at mid-off by Jason Gillespie. So a fine innings has come to an end. 151 scored by Trevor Barsby. He's been terrific here, and once again showing that lovely timing off the back foot. And Shane George is a fine leg. He won't stop them coming back for 2, and that's a very good 100 for Martin Love.
He's been available for all matches this year. And that one is going away to the fence as well. No third man down there, so 4 more. Yes, and he's got him. That's out. Yes, he's gone for the big drive, and that's gone straight to slip. And that was nicely taken there by Webber. So Stuart Law making his way off the ground. And Alan Border. McIntyre to Border. And Border's getting that cut shot out. He's played that one beautifully. That was short. He's cut it away to the fence for 4. Yes, you certainly can't bowl short to Alan Border. He's a good player of spinners in any event. Oh, he's had a go at that one, and this is high, and it's going down towards the boundary, and yeah, oh, just short. Well, it was literally a foot short of the deep long on boundary. Border got underneath it, smashed it high in the air, and it almost went for 6.
It's always great going in there at 1 for 100 odd, and you just got to make sure you take advantage of the position that you're given when you get out there.
The foundations had been firmly set in place. On a rainy Sunday, we pick up play with Shane George bowling to one of the game's most admired figures. Alan Border is 32 not out, Queensland 3 for 435.
And Border taking the opportunity to thump that loose delivery. Really was just a long hop. Border really gave it the treatment it deserved. Well, I think the party's starting around Brisbane. That's well bowled, and as always happens, as soon as you start juggling with your slip fielders, you can bet your bottom dollar that the edge will find the gap somehow. Once again, Love has found the gap. Does slow up very quickly near the rope. Brayshaw just knocks it back, but they should quite comfortably run 4. Border's loving those short ones, and he's put that one right over. Not quite over the rope, and he was certainly trying. That is rubbish.
Not a good eat from Ben Johnson, the one he won't want to remember.
Oh, that's a lovely shot off the back foot. I've been really impressed with the back foot play of Martin Love. Gets across to offside beautifully and just strokes the ball. But the other thing that's good about his back foot play is he can do it from short deliveries like that don't get up much, but he can also do it from the ones that are up much higher, around chest height. trying to entice the drive, but at the moment he's too short to Border, and Border will make him pay. Here's the opportunity for 50, and Border hasn't missed it. He's also taken the opportunity to hit it all the way along the ground and get the ball nice and wet. 50 to Border.
Great moment for Alan Border. 50 in the Shield Final. A very popular man up here, and the crowd stand for him.
.135 overs have been bowled in this innings so far. 3 for 471. Border on strike. That one's nicely zipped away to fine leg by Border, and 4 more to the total. So that'll be a useful memento, and that single brings up the 100 partnership. Oh, and he's out, caught behind. Yes, he wasn't going to go. He's disappointed. That was a lazy shot. It may have moved away a little bit. Brayshaw, he's got a smile on his face. It's taken a while, but they're on their feet, the Queenslanders. This has been a fantastic innings by Love. He has played absolutely superbly, and I think it's all got to him. He's very, very tired. He's wandering off the ground now. He will never forget this moment. A great moment in his career. A fabulous innings.
Jimmy Maher, the new batsman, coming in at number 6. He's batted at 6 all year for Queensland.
That one's off the edge as well, and he's running away down to third man. So straight away off the mark, and just slips a little bit as he turns for the second. In the air and down to third man for 4. That one really did fly away. It's gone down to the fence, so that takes the score on to 4 for 485. Here at the Gabba, it is cleared up, and while there's still a little bit of cloud around, the players are out on the field. And straight away, he's got that one away, just pushed it away on the onside, so Maher negotiating that ball. So that gives Border the strike. Very well bowled. It hit the outside edge, and that's gone to the boundary. No, it hasn't. It's going to pull up. It's a little damp out there. It's also just a little bit dull.
Tony, in Queensland's situation, would you try and win this game? I guess Alan Border there at the moment. Everybody would be hoping to see Alan Border get a ton. This probably will be his last Shield game. But if you were Queensland, would you declare?
I'm sure that Stuart Law, given that Border got out, would have to seriously consider giving the South Australians a go. Well, that's a wide. It's very, very wide, in fact. Having said that, I suppose, having waited for 68 years, they don't want to take any chances. Not that it's really much of a chance. In fact, there's no way in the world they can lose this game. And, of course, we all know all they've got to do is draw to hold that shield up. Oh, big appeal there for LBW. He didn't move very far forward, playing from the crease. Harity doesn't like the decision very much. He's been working very hard here for a wicket, and he really did go up on that occasion. Did the batsman get outside the line? This will be close. So Border 68, Jimmy Maher on 5. His heart would have given it just a little flutter as everyone went up for that LBW appeal. Lead by 278 now. Border's on strike, and Gillespie's going over the wicket. He's bowled it too short, and that one's hit the bottom edge, and so Border goes into the 70s with that boundary. It's not a very good delivery, this one. Perhaps Harity finds it difficult to bowl the left-handers from over the wicket, but that was the length here. That was the problem. Well, there'll be a few in this side who wouldn't have fielded and looked up at the scoreboard and seen it nudging towards 500. Currently it's on 499 up there. Well, Gillespie's decided to go back round the wicket. It's a quick single, and that brings up the 500. So 4 down for 500, and you were right, Ken. The Queenslanders are enjoying this.
They certainly are, Greggy, as you can see by the crowd reaction there. The Crow Eaters aren't enjoying it, I can tell you. But it's been a fantastic performance by Queensland. The die-hard supporters that have stayed around.
He's got onto that one. It bounced a little bit, and he had to hit it down to keep it on the ground, which is exactly what he's done. So one more to Border.
And no timing on that occasion from Alan Border, getting it right on the toe of the bat. Normally he would have put that away to the fence, but his timing at the moment is not what he'd like it to be. Not a bottom hand in that shot.
Well, as you can see, Border striding off towards the pavilion. The umpires have just offered the batsman the light, and I can tell you that it is just a little bit dull. And Border and Jimmy Marr have decided to go. And interestingly enough, see there that Siddons has decided to have a chat with the umpire. I'm not too sure what that's about. It's probably to do with the ball. That one is actually the second ball being used. It was changed. Siddons is not very happy with it. I don't know, Ken, but there are times to complain, and they're not when the chips are down the way they are here. But a good performance by Alan Border, and I suspect there's going to be one huge party at the Gabba when this match is eventually over and the Sheffield Shield is held high by Stuart Law.
By the start of day 4, all of Queensland was beginning to cruise into celebration mode. The Bulls themselves keen, though, to maintain the focus. Leg spinner Peter McIntyre is bowling to Alan Border on 79 not out. The score 4 for 504.
And the big thing about the crowd is they've come to watch. They haven't been distracted throughout any of the days. And Marr goes square of the wicket. That's not the place to bowl. No third man in. Benny Johnson drifting short again, as has McIntyre from the other end.
That's beautifully struck. He's already hit Johnson straight down the ground for a boundary. Repeats the shot on that occasion. And he's gone inside edge onto the stumps. So Alan Border out just 2 runs short of his century. Ben Johnson looks a little embarrassed.
Ben Johnson, for the 3rd time in his career, disturbs Alan Border's furniture. What a knock from Border, though. How disappointed would he? He wanted this 100. It was scripted that he get it. The crowd rises to him. Is it his last appearance for Queensland? Tremendous hand. He dearly wanted 3 figures. Out for 98. It looks a farewell. Acknowledging the crowd. Super hand, AB. Out for 98.
Wade Seckham is the new batsman for Queensland. Has a top score of 95. Scored against Victoria last season.
It's a good shot from Wade Seckham. This time the on drive, he gets it past Shane George at mid-on. Pick up 2. Jimmy Marr, all his family down from Babinda in North Queensland. And he's gone. Jimmy Marr caught behind. That was a beautiful piece of bowling from Gillespie. He got the new ball, caught by Tim Nielsen behind. A little leg cutter, it left Jimmy Marr. Very good innings from him. Got 36. The first sign of some life in this wicket as a result of that rain last night. Andrew Bickles, the new batsman for Queensland. Bit of a hero in the game last last match in Tasmania.
That's a good shot. Nicely timed through the offside field. That was a half volley, and he's obviously quite strong because he's caressed that one through the offside, and it's gone to the fence easy, despite the fact that this outfield is just a little heavy today as a result of the rain. And that one's beaten the fieldsman as well, and that'll go to the fence. It's just quickening up a little at the outfield now, and into the fence it goes. Oh, and a short one, and he's got that one away beautifully. A bouncer right at his head, was accurate too, and he really has played a lovely pull shot there. Got it away in front of square, just rolls into the rope. That would have given him a lot of pleasure. That's gone down to third man, and that's go to the boundary for 4 as well.
Chance at fine leg. Mark Harrity, and he's taken it. Well done. Did well. He started to come in and then realised that it was a matter of going back almost to the rope. So good catch there. Well judged catch to Mark Harrity. Paul Jackson is the new batsman. He'll be at the non-striker's end. Batsman having crossed when Mark Harrity took that catch. Harrity has now left the field. Change of pace and well taken. Very good catch there by Tim Nielsen. So Gillespie is on a hat-trick.
8 for 618. And there's Dirk Tasler. Higher score is 56.
McIntyre might be well served in throwing a few up to try and entice a shot from Tasler. And there it was, going back the man at mid-off. He won't catch it. And it reaches the boundary. So that's more like the cricket the crowd are hoping to see. McIntyre throwing them up. Dirk Tasler equal to the task and says, I'm going to have a go at them. Bowled in. Tasler is gone looking for that pull shot. McIntyre got the flipper through. And Queensland lose their 9th wicket. The 652 on the board. Dirk Tasler comprehensively bowled by Peter McIntyre. Well, Carl Rackerman is the new batsman. This is benefit year. A great moment for him. There's the biggie and the perfect cover drive this time from Carl Rackerman. That'll go all the way to the boundary.
Mightn't be too eager to have a bowl on this deck, Greg. Big mocker.
Got him. LBW. McIntyre has success with the flipper once again. He picks up his 2nd wicket.
And it's all over for Queensland. Out for 664.
I think it's 450 behind, a day and a half to get those. If you batted really quickly, I guess you could have 300 up by the end of the day. And then get on with it a bit tomorrow. Perhaps have a lead of 150 a bit after lunch. And Queensland will be none for 200 at stumps, a draw.
There's the first run in South Australia's 2nd innings. Nickel again, perhaps on leg stump, and Johnson pushing the mid-wicket. They'd be pretty disappointed. There's Nobes. Beautiful shot by Paul Nobes. Timed that superbly. The placement was there, and it's raced away for 4. A typical Paul Nobes shot.
Yes, and those few little claps of encouragement that he's put to effect for years and years now. Once again, trying to just encourage the bowler. Oh, that's well played. He's hit that into the gap on the offside, and it's flying away towards the boundary. Just a little bit wide. Not often that Rackerman over pitches, and really that wasn't over pitched. It was quite wide too.
Paul Jackson coming from the Stanley Street end, bowling to the left-hander Ben Johnson. And it's quite overcast here now at the Gabba. And a well caught Matthew Hayden. Very good catch. Very good reflexes from the big man. That's an excellent catch.
Well, we've spoken about Hayden's athleticism through the course of this match. He is a big man, but gee, moves quickly off the mark. Paul Jackson ecstatic. Ben Johnson's innings is over. 10 runs from 64 balls. South Australia 1 for 31.
Jamie Siddons, the South Australian captain, batting at number 3. Good player of spin bowling, Siddons.
Get a couple here. Siddons just leans on that one, sends it past mid-on, and Paul Jackson chasing, and the couple is all they'll get.
Carl Rackerman not in any great hurry. 40 overs were required to be bowled in the last session, an extended session. And touched. Jamie Siddons has gone a second time, attempting to cut Carl Rackerman. Just a faint edge. That's all the Queenslanders wanted.
Well, that's 2 out of 2 for Jamie Siddons. Twice to Rackerman, twice attempting the cut. Unsuccessful Shield final for Jamie Siddons. He was out for 3, 8 in the first dig. It's 11. Both captains have scored 11 at this stage. Stuart Law got 11. Now he's got 11 and 2. And that's a pretty ordinary shot, and heard the nick up here. Jamie Siddons out for 3. South Australia 2 for 34.
Darren Lehmann is the number 4 batsman. He'll be facing Carl Rackerman. Queensland now just 8 wickets away from that first ever Sheffield Shield.
I'm not on my own when it comes to bow and mangoes, I can tell you that.
Alan Border.
At the moment, Lehmann is out there with Nobes, and always hit that one. Lehmann's really got onto that one, hit with the spin over the top of mid-wicket. Has gone for 6. Well, he really did hit that one in the middle of the bat. Lehmann has been relatively quiet by his standards, but he's decided that anything that pitches straight here is going to go, and you could see there that he really did hit through that one well, and it carried all the way down to that boundary and cleared it, must have been by about a couple of yards. Well, the umpires have decided to offer the light to the South Australian batsmen, and understandably they didn't hesitate. So Nobes and Lehmann heading off towards the dressing room now. The crowd aren't all that happy about it, and it seems that 1 or 2 of the Queensland players having a chat to the umpires too out in the centre. Rackerman just wandering past the umpires there, and Stuart Law just had a chat to the 2 umpires. They're really shaking their heads out there. I don't know really what they're complaining about, because to be perfectly honest, it does look very dull.
I had set myself for a century in the game, and everything was going according to plan, but just played a pretty loose shot right at the end and got strangled by Ben Johnson yet again.
Tuesday, March 28, 1995. A day destined to go down in history as Queensland cricket's finest. The Bulls were ready to mark the occasion with style. We begin the final day with Andrew Bickle bowling to Darren Lehmann, South Australia, 2 for 64.
And officially played, but just wide of the leg gully. And back for the second.
And Darren Lehmann again looming as the danger man here. Yet another season of over 1,000 Shield runs. Tremendous off his hip, has been all through his career.
Oh, he's got that one away down towards the boundary at square leg. That was well timed. It wasn't very short, but Lehmann played that one very well. Oh, right up there, and that's a magnificent shot, beautifully driven by Lehmann through the offside. That'll go to the fence for 4. Just getting there. That was lovely, a lovely bit of timing. It was over pitched. He hasn't seen many of those today, and he really did hit it hard into the gap.
Big cheer for Carl Rackerman as he comes on now at the Vulture Street end. That's well hit. It's boundary to Paul Nobes, a little in the air, but he seemed to have the shot pretty well under control. It's 2 for 95. Well, that's hit. That's well hit. That's way over.
Great shot by Darren Lehmann. He looks for that shot. It's a shot he plays very well.
It's pretty well hit again. This time just one bounce and over the rope. Big shout from behind the wicket. Lehmann trying to give himself room to play the cut. There's a big gap on the offside there.
Yes, Adam and Peter right behind the bowler's arm there, in charge of those cameras. And that's nicely played. That's off the meat of the bat as well, and that's running down towards the boundary. It won't quite reach the fence. They'll come back for the second. And that's his half century. So very well played by Lehmann. He's certainly been concentrating out there today. Played some very good shots.
And Nobes controlling that hook shot beautifully. Too short and bounced just nicely for him. And he really has put it away.
Facing a very, very tough period. It's prior to lunch. And I'll suggest that Bickle may well sort him out with some short ones. There's the hook, it's going down. Tasler's underneath it, he's got him! Lehmann went for the hook shot that time. Bickle enticed him into it, and he only succeeded in hitting it straight down Dirk Tasler's throat. A great breakthrough for the Queenslanders. James Brayshaw is the new batsman for South Australia. A crowd starting to come alive. They sense that Queensland, with that breakthrough, may well have the opportunity to go on and bowl South Australia out this afternoon. Well, he drives again, that square drive. That's a beautiful shot from Paul Nobes. 4 runs from the time it left the bat. There it goes again. That is just a superb shot once again. So Nobes taking the attack up to the Queenslanders. Good tactics from him. Paul Jackson over pitching and bowling right into the slot for that cover drive.
Crowd really looking to party now. And now it's going to be Dirk Tasler. Ball to Nobes. It was smashed that one just wide of Love. And away to the boundary. It's 3 for 167. That's thumped away to the boundary. It's taken a bit of a toll of Tasler's bowling in this spell.
Over and left.
And that's lunch with Brayshaw and Nobes having survived. Just the 1 wicket going down for South Australia in that session. Wicket of Darren Lehmann for 62.
So plenty of skill kids here after 3:30, and that'll add to the occasion as well. Be a great moment for them. They can look back on it.
Yes, they can have a roped-off area for the players, and I think they've got a member of the Australian Cricket Board that once hit beautifully straight down the ground. That'll go down to the fence for 4. Will it get there? Yes, probably just. Yes, that is a lovely straight drive. Rackerman won't mind that. He's not too worried at the moment about runs being scored.
It's a situation really in the game, Tony, and that demands a quality wrist spinner, doesn't it? You don't realise how much you miss them on the last day of a 5-dayer when they're not about.
In the air, and there's no 4th slip, so that'll go for 4. The border tosses his head in the air. That, in fact, is the 50 partnership as well. That one went flying away in the air. We've been really spoilt with Shane Warne bowling in the test matches. And when we haven't got a leg spinner around, it, one does miss seeing the spectacle. Makes a huge difference to have a quality wrist spinner around. Oh, and that's beautifully taken. That's a magnificent catch. That really has bounced. He set him up absolutely superbly. That too was too close to be cutting. Not only that, it bounced. It really did take off, hit the outside edge, and a beautiful catch by Seckham. He got off the ground a long, long way to drag that one down. The new batsman out there is Webber. Oh, he's hit that in the air. It's going way down over the top of the long on and bouncing down towards the fence. That was right off the meat of the bat.
Well, that's beautifully struck. No one at mid-off. On that occasion, the pull shot. So Rackerman punished in that over. 3 boundaries to Webber. Big shout there from Rackerman. Might have been a bit high, that one.
About 6 raised fingers in that group in the outer, but the only one that matters is Peter Parker.
That's nicely played off the pads. A very sweet timer of the ball, Darren Webber. Webber's really going after Carl Rackerman. That one will roll away to the boundary as well. Queensland making a real attempt to break South Australia with this second new ball. 2 quick bowlers, Rackerman and Bickle, have really charged in, bowled quite quick. Darren Webber is playing very aggressively against Rackerman. The last 7 scoring shots off Rackerman have all been 4s. He's hit that pretty well. He's a very good player of the horizontal bat shots. He hits a few of them in the air. And I tell you what, he hits them pretty hard. You've got to have your fieldsman well placed. And there's the 100 for Paul Nobes. That's his 13th first-class 100. 5th against Queensland and 1st at the Gabba.
South Australia is still trailed by 208. Not that that's really irrelevant. So 6 wickets is what Queensland is after. 3.5 hours of play left. Dirk Tasler coming on from the Vulture Street end in place of Carl Rackerman. And Darren Webber treats him similarly. Just a nice little flick off the toes. It may get to the boundary. Paul Jackson chasing it. I don't think he'll get there. Just beats him into the rope. Yet another boundary to Darren Webber. That's the 50 partnership. 38 contribution from Webber.
That's the end of Nobes. He's played absolutely superbly and rather like Border, trying to flay that one outside off stump, hit the inside edge of the bat and deflected back onto the stumps. Big roar from the crowd here. They're very happy to see him go. They now do smell blood. How quickly can Queensland now clean him up? Tim Nielsen's the new batsman. His highest score just over 100. And Tasler continuing, left arm over to him. Yes, he's got him. He's given him out LBW. He waited a long time there as well. He paused, had a good look, and then up went the finger. And he doesn't look very happy. This will be an interesting replay, but boy, did you hear the roar.
It's Jason Gillespie moving out. He held the Queenslanders up for some time in the first innings. Made his highest score of 18 in the first dig.
So Webber playing beautifully. He's on 44. Gillespie has joined him. He's only just arrived. They're still trailed by 197. They're 2 men back on the boundary there in case he hooks in the air. Oh, he's flayed that one down the ground. Webber's going to entertain us here. He's hit that one straight down the ground. It's just outside off stump. And it's gone flying away to the fence for 4. Webber on 49. And he's got it away. That's his 50. It's been a useful half-century as well. He's played some very attacking cricket. and it's been good to watch.
Half century off 45 balls for Darren Webber. His innings nipped in the bud first time round, but he has a sound base here. He's come to terms with the pitch and the bowlers. And he's gone again. The moment they drop a little short, he's pouncing. It's one of the strongest pull shots we've seen all game.
May well be that there's a bit of adrenaline running around in those veins, but he's giving nothing away, and he's playing with a pretty straight bat. He hasn't got him to do anything silly yet. And as we pointed out, he played very well in the first innings. He was out there for 62 balls. Oh, well bowled. That's very well bowled. That was an attempt at a Yorker. It was a good Yorker too. He managed to get a little bit of bat on it. It went flying down through the slip cordon, and it's gone for 4.
Dirk Tasler has picked up 2 wickets in this spell. This is his 5th over at the spell. Got his 2 wickets in the 17th over. That's well struck. Chase for Rackerman. Perhaps off a slightly thicker outside edge. Tasler continues to Webber. And that's well hit. That's way over the boundary rope. Oh, and he's thrashed that one as well. Tasler's got a bit of a problem here, because every time he pitches up, Webber gives it a thrashing. But he knows that if he bangs it in short, Darren Webber is a very good player of the pull shot.
Webber down the track to Jackson, and no trouble whacking him across mid-wicket out to the boundary.
As you see, he's about to run a ball in this innings. 13 boundaries. He's really chosen pretty well the ones to go after. That'll go. That one was well flighted. And that's boundary number 14 for Darren Webber. 6 for 300. Well, that's thumped right off the middle of the bat. Tell you what, some of the people just on the other side of the boundary rope there are in the danger area. That was smashed just past one of our cameramen. This time he goes over Dirk Tasler's head. Boundary number 16. Law's going to come around the wicket now. Difficult job bowling to somebody in this mood at medium pace. Darren Webber is well equipped to take full advantage of Stuart Law's bowling. Oh, and he's thumped that. Going to need more than 2 men out. He keeps banging them in short. That's brilliant batting. And he's caught the brilliant one. Dropped the simple one and caught the brilliant one, Stuart Law. So Darren Webber won't get his 100. He's out, and that'll be tea, because there's only a minute to go. That was a brilliant effort by Stuart Law to end what has been a very entertaining knock.
Peter McIntyre, the new batsman at the crease. Highest score of 32 for South Australia. South Australia still 136 runs behind, with just 3 wickets in hand, so it'll be a comprehensive outright victory. It's a lovely shot by Gillespie. Timed that beautifully. Beats Jimmy Marr at cover and races away to the boundary. Oh, that is a great shot. Jason Gillespie taking the challenge up to Andrew Bickle and flat batting him past mid-on. Got him! Yes! Caught it 6-second slip. McIntyre falling this time to the short one from Bickle. The 8th wicket has gone down for South Australia, and the crowd can't believe it. Shane George is the new batsman for South Australia. A few deep breaths from him.
On the evidence of one ball, it's the same philosophy against a spin. Stuart Law perhaps guessed that at Smile and Wait seconds face. There's a long on, a long off, and a man on the backward square boundary. So Stuart Law is expecting him to have a dash, which is what he did to that first. Let's see what he does to the second. Plenty of flight, and he puts it up, and that's Andrew Bickle, I think, out at long off, underneath it, and it's out. And it is Andrew Bickle, a great catch from Bickle, straight forward, but up in the air for a long time. New batsman Mark Harrity at the bowler's end. They, of course, crossed while Bickle completed that catch from George. Jackson to continue to Gillespie.
And a chance for Rackham, and he's grabbed it exactly where he took the final catch in the first innings. Carl Rackerman has taken the catch that wins Queensland their first ever Shield final.